title or big accomplishments that they can list on a wall or engrave on a plaque. The older I've gotten, the more I've realized that a legacy isn't something you leave behind all at once. It's something that you build over time, through the risks you take and the way you treat people and the good you do. Standing here today, I'm asking myself the question, what legacy am I going to leave behind? And to be honest, this school wasn't my favorite place. I didn't always feel connected here, and it wasn't always an easy place to be. But I think that's actually part of my story. Because sometimes your legacy isn't about loving where you are, it's about growing anyways. A lot of people know me as a kettlebell weightlifter. I started lifting when I was 3 years old, before most kids even knew what a sport was. This became a part of my life. Over time, that turned into something huge. I became a 3-time world champion, which is now something I have learned to be really proud of. But what most people don't see is how complicated that felt. When you're growing up, being known for one thing can start to feel like that's all people see you for. And for a long time, my self-worth was completely tied to lifting, winning, and being strong. I feel like if I wasn't successful at that, I didn't really know who I was. It got to a point where I felt like my value to others depended on medals and titles. And that's a really hard thing to carry, especially at such a young age. But unfortunately, I did have to give up the sport to find my identity. One of the biggest things I've learned in the past 4 years is that I'm more than just one label. And one of the people who helped me realize that didn't even come from this school. Ms. McCarty from Lego CTC had a huge impact on my life. Not only did she give me the opportunities to be involved in my community through Youth Development Task Force, she taught me what it means to be involved, to care about things bigger than myself, and to use my voice for good, and to do something meaningful that has nothing to do with money. She believed in me as a person, not for just what I could do. She showed me that leadership is about service, and strength isn't just physical. It's about showing it for others. That changed how I saw myself, and honestly, it changed what I cared about. That lesson stuck with me more than any trophy ever could. Of course, my legacy wouldn't exist without the people who supported me long before I walked into any school. My parents have been my foundation. They have supported me in ways that don't always get seen. From the sidelines at my sporting events or guiding me in my next steps in life, they have always been there for me when I needed them most. They taught me the value of hard work and responsibility. Even when I make mistakes, they never stop believing in the person I was becoming. They showed me that success isn't about perfection, it's about effort and showing up. So now I show up for the small things, even when others don't, because I know how good it feels to be supported in that way. Everything I've accomplished here is built on love and sacrifices they made for me, long before I ever realized it. My sister has seen every phase of my life. She played a huge role in it too, because growing up, I wanted to be just like her. She taught me what it feels like to have someone in your corner. Growing up together meant learning how to support each other, even though that meant being drugged to all her concerts and sporting events, and her only having time to come to a game of 2 of mine. We were always each other's biggest supporters. She's been a constant in my life, and I'm really proud to carry that bond with me in the future. And then there's my grandma, who deserves a speech of her own. She's more than just a grandmother. She's one of my best friends, and one of the most important people in my life. From the very beginning, she was there for me, taking care of me 3 days a week until kindergarten, giving me a sense of safety, love, and consistency that I didn't even realize I was learning at that time. Some of my most treasured memories of us playing school on the steps, where she would let me be the teacher. She never rushed these moments or laughed them off. Instead, she sat there with me fully present, encouraging my imagination. Looking back now, I know that those moments planted seeds for who I want to be today. She has shown up for me in every way possible. School events, important memories, and even the quiet, ordinary days where she's always ready to drop whatever she's doing just to make sure I was okay. This past summer, when I was working, she made me lunch every single day on my break. A simple act somehow carried so much love in it. She has a way of caring for me that feels effortless, but meant everything. And her constant support, kindness, and belief in me has shaped the person I am becoming today. I'm so grateful to have a grandma who loves me the way she does. I know I carry her love with me in everything I do. When I think about my legacy, I realize it's made up of all these people. the teachers who guided me, the family who grounded me, and the community who gave me a place to grow. So what do I hope my legacy at this school will be? I hope I'm remembered as someone who tried, someone who showed up, someone who cared, someone who kept going even when things felt uncomfortable. If I leave anything behind, I hope it's proof that involvement matters, that kindness matters, and that one person can really make a difference when they choose to. As we all move on to the next chapters of our lives, my hope is that we all carry our legacy forward, not just in what we achieve, but how we impact others. Because long after we graduate, what truly remains is the way we make people feel. Thank you to this school, to my teachers, and to my family, and everyone who played a part in shaping me. I will carry this place and all of you with me wherever I go next.